Hi, you guys. So, I just wrote a very long message and I would like to read it to you. I did summarize this a bit on Instagram just because Instagram didn't allow the whole thing to be put on there, so I just thought I would read it all to you right now. And this is not going to be easy because I've never talked about anything like this before, but this will probably give you a bit of an insight on how I'm feeling and everything like that. So, little miss wanted to say hi. She's about to get some dinner after I'm done. And I'm gonna do this without crying. I'm gonna try my best. I try my best every day to be happy, but it seems impossible. I feel like I lost a piece of me already. As most of you know, Little Miss, my soul dog, had a stroke that completely changed our life. This year has been so hard on the both of us. The emotional, financial, and mental toll that this has caused me is unreal. Nobody wants to see somebody they love so much go through something like this, and I battle with myself on a daily basis. I don't think that situations like ours is talked about enough. So when I say I'm sad, I mean it. I look at myself in the mirror and don't even recognize Darren anymore. It breaks my heart knowing that this has happened to Little Miss. She didn't deserve it. I wish I could take it all away. I miss how she used to be. I miss our old life. I just miss everything. Today I feel like a shell of my old self. Making videos of Little Miss and my dogs have always been very healing for me, don't get me wrong, but I will never feel this empty feeling that I constantly have. I really can't put into words how I feel, but it's just an empty feeling. It's almost like I'm waiting for the day that I'm going to wake up and Little Miss will not be here anymore. It's dreadful, and I know there will come a time where I can look back on my pages and cry happy tears and remember this beautiful experience. I'm going to talk a little bit about my life and why I formed such a close bond with Little Miss and my dogs. When I say Little Miss is my everything, I mean it. I did not have a good childhood growing up. However, as a kid dealing with abuse, physically, emotionally, and mentally, I still kept a light that I had in my heart burning. Despite everything that was happening to me, I still never let anyone take the small bit of happiness away from me. I was always a little kid screaming for help, and nobody came except for my dogs. I wish I could go back and give little Darren the biggest hug and tell him that I love him and he will become a stronger minded person when he's older because of everything he has and will go through. That's all I needed was a hug from someone that cared. Not only was there a lot of trauma at my home, but going to school was just as bad. I was severely bullied in high school. I think the kids looked at me as a target because I was small, skinny, and I looked differently than everybody else. What I mean by that, I was the only kid with natural bleached blonde hair and bright blue eyes. I hated myself because of the way I looked. I dyed my hair to pitch black, hoping the harassment would stop, but it just made it worse. And yes, I was weird. I was a weird kid that had to suffer bullying and abuse both at home and school, to the point where teachers noticed and I would get called into the principal's office multiple times, but lie and say that everything is okay because I was scared. I was scared what would happen to me. Was I going to be taken away from the small things that did bring me happiness and comfort? I didn't know. I was terrified, so I lied and said everything was okay. I would take extra long walking home from the bus because I was afraid every single day. I was afraid of what I was going to walk into when I got home. It was like a living hell. The saddest part is most of the adults refused to do anything about it. At almost 30 years old, I call them cowards and shame on them for allowing what happened to me as a kid as they watched and didn't do anything about it. So because of everything that has happened to me at school and home, I never did homework. I honestly should have never graduated high school because I only passed with D's. And even then, I think some teachers felt bad for me, so they passed me anyway. There was no time for homework due to the fact I was under a constant stress dealing with the immaturity of my parents. I would be punished for bringing home bad grades, but never offered any type of help. I was always felt like an afterthought and forgotten about. It was more than bad grades though. I felt like a punching bag. I was a punching bag. I felt like I wasn't loved or cared for. Between the ages of 10 and 16 were the worst. As a child still growing into a teenager, it was a horrible time for me. So much was going on. There were things that happened to me that I will never speak publicly about, but I will say I will never forget. The only peace of mind I got was spending time at my grandma's house, spending time with my cousins who were more like siblings to me, and taking long walks with my dogs. These were my safe places, and they were always used against me. It was unfair and wrong. When I see comments talking about my mother and father should be so proud for raising such a fine young man, it really does make me sad. Not sad because they are not around, but because people are giving credit to the wrong one. It was Little Miss. When I say she raised me and made me the person I am today, I tell no lie. She was the one that taught me how to be a decent human being. She taught me how to be loyal to people, how to treat people with dignity and respect. She taught me how to love an animal. She taught me the meaning of love and trust. She taught me everything I know without saying a word, and that's powerful and beautiful in itself. I get it. You would never expect a dog to step up and teach me all the life lessons our guardians were supposed to do. They failed their job, and Little Miss wanted to be there for me. As of today, I have no relationship with my parents. I think it's better that way though. They will never change, and I've accepted that. I've had to remove myself from the emotional insecurities and abuse that they caused me. It's sad to say that I still deal with some trauma, but I'm slowly healing. I think everything that has happened to me made me a stronger person. Little Miss didn't have to love me, but she did. I needed her and she needed me. Without her, I really don't know what type of person I would be. This is another reason why Little Miss is so close to my soul. She was never just a dog. To be honest, I have to remind myself that she is a dog sometimes. She's barking for me. Sometimes I have to remind myself that she is a dog because I look at her as a piece of my heart and soul. She has got me through so much in life. Not even a million thank yous could ever cover the amount of love and care she has given me. The only thing I could ever give back was a promise that I would always protect her and be there for her no matter what. To this day, I continue to keep that promise I made to her. I remember it like it was yesterday, sitting on my little bedroom floor, crying and hating my life. And I remember holding her face, and she was just looking at me as if she knew she would be there for me. I can't put into words the comfort she brought by just staring at me. Her eyes were speaking a million words without saying anything at all. I can say that I am proud of us though. I'm proud of how far we have come, and also proud of us for not giving up and fighting every day. But with that comes a lot of emotions. I have to remind myself that I'm going through the toughest time of my life, and it is okay to cry. I'm keeping it together for the sake of my dogs and Little Miss, and right now isn't the time to cry. There will come a time, but it's not today, and I'm glad she's still here, and I'm so proud of how far she has come. She's an angel, and I think it's beautiful that she can be so many people's light. You know, maybe telling the world a little bit about where I come from and who I am and what I've been through, maybe someone out there will read this and can relate. Maybe even give somebody a little bit of hope. Life is hard sometimes, but it's never that way forever. You have to keep fighting and keep going. So remember, there will always be light at the end of the tunnel. Never give up and stay true to who you are as a person, even if everyone else disagrees. Because you matter and you are special, even if you haven't realized it yet. Stay strong, and I'm typing this out so I can come back as a reminder that I am enough and it will be okay. So if you made it this far, thank you for hearing a little bit of my story, and thank you all for being so kind to us through this dark time. Thank you for loving Little Miss, Bo, and Pepper, and thank you for constantly checking in on us. Kindness can really heal a broken heart, and strangers have showed me that there is still good in the world, and it will overcome evil every single time.